John Lee has resigned as Chief Secretary, taking the first step in the bid to become Chief Executive. Once Beijing approves his resignation, he'll launch his campaign to succeed Carrie Lam, who has decided against a second term for family reasons. Joanna Ho reports.
It's too early to tell whether John Lee will be the lone candidate for the city's top job. But one thing is for sure, he's the first to announce his candidacy.
This afternoon, I have tendered to the Chief Executive my resignation from the post of the Chief Secretary for Administration of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, and requested her to seek the approval of my resignation by the Central People's Government under Article 48(5) of the Basic Law. I indicate in the letter the reason for my resignation is that if my resignation is approved by the Central People's Government, I shall plan to prepare to stand for the upcoming Chief Executive election.
Lee expressed his gratitude to Chief Executive Carrie Lam, principal officials, as well as the people of Hong Kong.
Having been in the government for over 40 years, to serve the people of Hong Kong is a glory. I would also like to make use of this opportunity to thank all members of the civil service with whom we have worked together over the long years. I shall now begin my leave. If the Central People's Government approves my resignation, I shall inform you of my next move in details. Thank you.
John Lee did not take any media questions and left the auditorium after his 5-minute speech in Cantonese and English. If the city's No.2 official receives Beijing's blessing, he could become the first former policeman to run for the leadership post. Lee joined the force as an inspector in 1977, rising to chief superintendent 20 years later. But his political career only began in 2012, when he was named Under Secretary for Security while serving as Deputy Police Commissioner. He took over the Security Bureau 5 years later and was the government's point man in rolling out the controversial national security law in 2020. His hardline stance seemed to have earned the recognition of Beijing, as he was appointed Chief Secretary the following year. Joanna Ho, HKIBC.
Many political and business heavyweights have come out in support of John Lee. Pro-Beijing figures Henry Tang and Maria Tam said Lee's firm political stance makes him a suitable candidate. Financial Secretary Paul Chan took to social media to wish his former colleague all the best. Victor Lee, who has C.K. Hutchison, said he hopes Lee will improve the quality of life for Hong Kongers. Moderate lawmaker Teck Chi-Yuen, meanwhile, expressed the hope that there'll be more candidates in the chief executive election. Constitutional Affairs Chief Eric Tsang said the election will take place even if there's only one candidate.